Hi, ladies. Welcome back to another episode. As you can see through my title, today we're talking about how your fear of loneliness is causing you to settle. Now, the fear of loneliness is something that can be eradicated. You can remove it out of your life. And we're going to talk about that. What are the steps that you need to take and the things that you need to be aware of in your life in order to remove this fear of loneliness, in order to live the best life that you can possibly live? Before we even get there, let's just talk about where this fear of loneliness comes from. It comes from the idea that who you have right now is the best that you're ever going to get. It also comes from the idea and the mentality of having a scarcity mindset. Having a scarcity mindset shrinks your life, shrinks your options, and it leads you to believe that you can't grow, expand, and find better. I also believe that if as women we don't roster date, we also limit our options. And there are fantastic female content creators who have talked about roster dating. If you don't know what roster dating is that you are dating, seeing, talking to multiple men at a time, but you're not sleeping with them. You're just talking to them, seeing if there's a connection, seeing if there's a vibe, really evaluating their performance. If I have to put it in a formal sense, evaluating their performance and seeing whether their performance aligns to the things that they value. So, for example, I value great communication. I love a morning text. I love a good night text. I love somebody checking up on me during the day or sending me something interesting, a song, whatever, during the day. And also, I value deep conversations. I don't just want to talk about surface level stuff. Roster dating trains you to be in the mindset of abundance because you don't focus all of this attention on one person and expecting, before even there's a commitment, expecting this one person to fulfill all of your goals. And I think roster dating has given me patience, where I am giving myself time to get to know these people. And as I'm giving myself time to get to know these people, I am starting to get an understanding of who I am as well. I think that when you roster date, because you have to practice that muscle of patience, it prevents you from ever finding yourself in a situation where you're asking the guy, what are we? And I actually allow the men to pursue me because I practice a more nonchalant way of dating. And I also have a better perspective of who these men are before we get to the place where we commit. So ladies, practicing the mindset of abundance, even when you're within the relationship where you appreciate this person, but you realize that they can be better out there. So I am not going to accept mediocre behavior and treatment from you because I can find better. That is why, ladies, it's very important to take care of yourself. Take care of yourself, yes, when you're single, while you're roster dating, but also take care of yourself within the relationship. The person that you're with needs to realize that while they're dating you, that if you do step out, you do have the potential of finding somebody else. No, baby. Like, look at me. What you have is a very valuable person. It's a person who respects herself. It's a person who looks after themselves. It's a person whose ambitions and is really going for what it is that they desire. It's a person who's continuously learning. It's a person who is trying to be the best version of herself every day. If I were to step out of this relationship, baby, trust me, I will find somebody. Even when you're sitting here, if I scroll, I will find somebody who is willing to give me a shot. It is very important, ladies, that your self-esteem, that your self-confidence is cultivated. And what is the best way to cultivate your self-esteem and your self-confidence? First of all, taking care of yourself, trying your best to be the most healthiest, most vibrant, most glowing version of yourself. And also investing your skills, investing in learning, investing in hobbies in order for you to have a more rounded personality so that you don't only just bring looks to the table. You also have passion projects. You're also passionate about your work. You're really trying to be the best version of yourself. So once you have this self-esteem, you have this confidence to realize that if you do step out of whatever arrangement that you're in, you can get another person out there. The moment that we lose ourselves, that we let ourselves go, ladies, that's when we limit our options, but also mentally you start to believe that your options are limited. And that's when subpar behavior starts creeping into your life and you start entertaining subpar behavior. Ladies, it's very important for you to understand your values and your boundaries. For me, a boundary that I have, I do not accept somebody swearing at me. I don't mind swearing in conversation, saying an explicit word mid-conversation just to emphasize a point. That is something I don't mind. When you are directly talking to me and addressing me in a derogatory tone, using derogatory words, that is unacceptable. I will never talk to you again. Because what the hell? Even in my most frustrated form, I will not speak to somebody in a disrespectful way. I expect the person that I am with to be mature and to have complete control over themselves the way I have complete control over myself. By the way, ladies, the expectations that I have for other people, I also expect myself to have those things as well. The standards that I have for other people are the standards that I can keep and maintain for myself. I don't even give you 2 strikes because it means that in your mind, you see me like that. I can tell a lot from a person, from how they speak to me when they're angry. If in their anger, they can still speak to me with respect, that is a person that I can definitely bet on. That's a person I might have in my life for a very long time. But if when they're angry, now they start to lose control. Oh, no, I was angry. Oh, I didn't mean to. No, baby. That is not an excuse, right? Because I don't speak to other people in derogatory ways when I am in a passionate, heated, even in an angry state, because I understand the power of words and I understand that you cannot unring a bell. Once those words get out of you, they cannot be forgotten. And I understand how destructive and how toxic and how poisonous words can be. I'm not going to release poisonous words into my environment, and I don't want people around me to release poisonous words towards me. That is a boundary that I have. And because I have that boundary, and I understand that I'm a person of value, if a person tries to cross that boundary, they're not going to test me. This is not a game. This is something that I take seriously. Because I'm speaking from the place of abundance, then I can communicate my worth. It is very important, ladies, to understand that people cannot change because of other people. When a person wants to change, it is because of their own inner conversation, their own inner conflict, their own inner turmoil, their own inner trauma. It's an inner dialogue. Changing is an inner dialogue that happens between yourself and yourself. How often in life has somebody tried to persuade you to change, and how frustrating and disgusting is it when somebody tries to change you? So I don't know why, ladies, you would get into a relationship and expect to change your partner. That makes no sense. That is behavior that we need to stop. If you find somebody and they're already not working their way up, they are living in a basement, they are living with 3 roommates, they are, you can see that the financial situation is not, the math is not mathing. You can see that. Your job is to love and be loved on. Your job is not to be a punching bag for another person. Your job is to love and be loved on. Your job is to encourage what is already in motion. Your job is to encourage what is already in motion, not something that is sitting still. If something is already in motion, your job is to encourage and love what is already in motion the way that other person is going to encourage and love what is already in motion in you. So when that person or your partner or whoever you want to be your partner is not at least your standard, and is below your standard, ladies, you need to ask yourself a question. Am I worth this? Is this worth stress? Do you want to be stressed? I don't understand. I feel like sometimes, and especially with Megan Good, I look at her and I'm like, girl, your maintenance routine, whatever you're eating, whatever you're injecting, whatever, by the way, I'm not against aesthetic procedures. I'm a fan of aesthetic procedures. If you're going to do Botox, do Botox. If you're going to do whatever you're going to do, girl, if you have the money to do it, as long as you're spending your money responsibly, go do whatever you do to enhance your privileges. I believe that as women, we need to lean into the privileges that we have, and we need to use the privileges that we have in order to advance and move forward in the world. I'm not of the belief that if you're beautiful, you now need to make yourself ugly just to make other people feel better. Oh, girl, screw what other people are doing. Make sure that you lean into your privileges and you edify and you grow and you maintain your privileges so that you move forward in life. So whatever Megan Good is doing is incredible. How she's keeping herself fit, whatever she's eating, the amount of water she's drinking, whatever she's doing is working. She is looking incredible. She's been looking exceptional ever since I've known her. And she's like a goal. This is how I personally want to age. I want to age healthily. And I look at her and she seems like a person who has believed the lies that come from men that try to make you believe that the older you are, the less valued you are. But that is a lie. She is stunning. She can get anybody. She is in circles where she could get the most incredible entrepreneurs. She doesn't even have to date entertainers. I would say, girl, go date the owners of these Bitcoin companies. Go date the owners of these news networks. That's what I'd tell her. I wouldn't even tell her to date entertainers and sports stars. I'd tell her to go date the CEOs, the CFOs. That's the kind of pull that she has. But it seems like she has believed the lies that men spray in the world to devalue women. This lie that says that if you're older, you are less valuable. I think maybe she believed that, or maybe she's in her bad girl era where because she dated a pastor, maybe she felt restricted and limited in her previous relationship and she wanted a sense of freedom. I do not know what inspired her to start going for this man, but it is so disappointing to witness. And also going for a man that you know beats other women. You are communicating to the world that you really do not value yourself, because you are telling the world that you are willing to put yourself in that situation as well. So I don't know whether it is her Christian background where she believes that she can save people, which is why she's dating this man or has dating. I don't know if they're still together, but this period of her life, I don't know if it was inspired by her Christian leanings of trying to save people. But ladies, you cannot change people. You are going to ruin your life trying to change people. You need to feed and encourage things that are already in momentum. If you can see in this example that this man is abusive, has a history of being abusive, that is what is already in momentum. By you being there, you're saying, because the thing about feminine energy or being a woman, your presence is supporting that person's behavior, whether you like it or not. If your person is a gambling addict, your presence, you staying there, you are saying that I accept you and your gambling behavior. Your presence is affirming and confirming the right for that person to continue that habit. So it is your choice, your decision to walk away or not to walk away. Ladies, I would not like for you to spend 5, 6, 7, 8 years of your life being treated terribly, less than what you deserve. But some conditionings, especially the Christian conditioning of long suffering, has convinced a lot of women that that is the burden that they deserve to carry. And that makes me so sad, because that is an example that I have seen in my family, where a lot of women have stayed in marriages for 20, 30 years. And you just can see through time, as the years drive on and on, you can see the life getting sucked out of this woman. Where this woman, when they were younger, they were creative, they were vibrant, they were vivacious, they were cooking, they were decorating the house with flowers. But as they get older, that shine just starts to go, and they start becoming dull, and they start becoming bitter. Slowly, they start becoming just a shadow of their former selves. And that is not a path that I would love you ladies to be on. I would love us, as we get older, I want the shine and the light within us to keep on glowing. I want us to be more vibrant, more happy, more joyful, more playful, more confident, more abundant. Choosing the options that expand our lives and not choosing the options that constrict our lives. Ladies, I need you to operate from a place of abundance and not a place of scarcity. Scarcity means that you are operating from a place of fear. It means that you're operating from a place of doubt. It means that you're operating from a place of having limits on yourself. It means that you are doubting your potential. It means that you believe that you do not deserve better. There is this belief system that men and women believe, where they believe that the time of a woman, the years that a woman spends on this earth, is less valuable than the time that a man spends on this earth. Because tell me this, why do some women wait 10 years in order to be proposed to, knowing very well, the guy knows very well that this woman values marriage, but they will drag on the time because they want to take the sex, the attention, the validation of this woman, knowing that this woman prioritizes marriage. Why is it that some men will make this woman stay in this situation for 10 years, for 7 years? Why is that? It's because inherently they believe that the time that a woman spends on this earth, basically the woman's life, is of less value. And it's also the woman's fault because she didn't stand firm and protect her boundary. Her boundary, her value was that I respect marriage, and by year X, I want to be married. And the fact that we have not been married after year X, I'm leaving. So by staying, the woman is affirming the fact that her life on earth is less valuable because she does not protect the things that she values. If you do not protect the things that you value, you are telling the world that your own life, you don't think you're important. Ladies, I'd like for you to believe that you're important. I need you to start from a place of really practicing discipline. The discipline of taking care of yourself. The discipline of making sure that you feed your interests. The discipline of exercise. The discipline of mindfulness. The discipline of dressing nicely. Feeling attractive. Feeling confident. Feeling that you're worthy. So that you're not in situations where you feel like you're stuck. The discipline of taking care of your finances, the discipline of taking care of friendships, the discipline of taking care of your spiritual health, the discipline of taking care of your hobbies. You are so valuable. Every part of you is valuable. Make sure that you feed, make sure that you pour life in the things that you find important. Let not your life revolve around another partner where all of that value that you have, you put a cloth over it and you focus all of your attention on another person, and you think that they're more valuable than you, or their presence is more valuable than you or your life. Ladies, that's why I am a firm believer and a supporter of the decentering men philosophy. This philosophy does not look the same for all of us. For me, I am of the lane that you can decenter men and still date them. If you want to marry them, you can marry them. But as you heard before, my definition of marriage is a little different. I really value feeling free. I am not saying that I dislike men. I love them. I am attracted to them, whether I like it or not. I'm attracted to them. And I'd love to have them in my life, but I don't want to have them in my life at the expense of my essence. And I believe that the decentering men movement is a movement that protects the essence of women while they decide to do whatever they want to do. Too many times I've seen women lose their essence, lose the life that they have within them because they prioritize, they reboot, they uproot their lives because of a man. And in this channel, I am saying that your life is very important. The time that you have on this earth is very important. Your interests are very important. Your hobbies are very important. Your body is very important. Your mind is very important. Your values are very important. The things that you care about, the things that are important to you are very important. And you need to nurture those things. You need to nurse those things. You need to move from a place of having an abundance mindset. So no fear rules over you, especially the fear of loneliness, so that you stop settling for less than what you deserve. Ladies, catch you on the next one.